It's the fourth and final day of the Future Blockchain Summit at Dubai Harbor. My name is Ornella Hernandez, and I'm here sitting with Alex from Dyor Exchange. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
How are you liking the conference so far?
It's been astonishing. We sadly arrived only yesterday, so we missed a great part of it. But today has been great. We have met most of the people that we know here, had some great conversations and some great insight on the future that it holds here in Dubai.
Can you share some of those insights that you learned while you were here?
So we were talking about developments in this region, and for Dyor, our company, it's very interesting to understand where we could expand and what's the next big market to come. And sort of from our conversations, we see that Dubai and definitely Abu Dhabi, these are two very prospective regions where people are firstly investing, also creating stuff, and they want to reach out to the world. So I think there's a lot of potential and very interesting.
All right, so Dyor, or Dyor, Do Your Own Research Exchange, is a decentralized exchange. Can you tell me how it differentiates itself from other DEXs out there?
So we're a social investing app, and we try to focus on the new users that come on board. We started the project around 2 years ago, and we understood that one of the biggest problems is that new users, they don't understand how to use crypto. But we also saw that the problem is if you go the custodial way, where your users' funds are held by entities, then we know, such as FTX, Luna, we have had some quite big cases in the past of crypto, and we don't want to repeat that. So we decided to go the decentralized route. And what we do is we simplify the UI and UX. And we make sure that the user doesn't have to think about slippage, gas. They don't have to think about how they're going to swap from one chain to another, how they're going to withdraw their funds. That's our job. Okay. We want to make sure that the user's experience is as seamless as possible. They can get into the app, they can invest, they can find out more, and that's hence the name, DYOR. Do your own research. We want users to make their own research. We give them the tools necessary for a new person to come in and actually use the technology as it's meant to be used.
Okay, and you mentioned the term social investing. What does that mean exactly?
So the social investing part is sort of, we allow users to connect with each other. We allow them to share information, share insights, and that's been a big part of crypto. Forums, Discord, Twitter, whatever you name it, right? And so we want people to...
you mean?
Sorry?
X,
yes, excuse me.
Yes.
But we want users to connect. We want them to share their insights and share what's new, what's happening in the market. And that's sort of a big part of crypto, and how sort of projects grow and expand, word to mouth. So we understood it's a big element, and we want to incorporate that too.
All right, and you mentioned FTX. So I do have to ask, what are your thoughts on Sam Bankman-Fried's current trial?
So sort of very... I don't know, for me, there's no emotional tie because I didn't have any money in FTX. I always believed in, cold wallets, having your funds sort of with you. Okay. But it's, I think, a big hit, and it's sort of, for us, again, pushed the thought of understanding that we need to decentralize this part. There's no need for these companies to have access to your funds. And also we can see by Sam Bankman and sort of how the trial is going that there seems to be no remorse. It was sort of, it was a very thought out, meticulous thing that they did over time, even though they're masking it as, oops, we did it accidentally. I don't think it is. And it's a fascinating case, to be honest. And I think both for lawyers and both for crypto, it will be a big case to revisit and learn from it.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely going to set a precedence and be an example for the rest of the industry. All right. And since we are at the Future Blockchain Summit, how would you envision the future of blockchain looking like? What would you like it to look like?
So hopefully it would be the allowance of free flow for funds in sort of, I think there needs to be a middle ground, right? You can't fully decentralize everything and forget about centralized entities and just throw everything out. But I think for the future, I hope that we find this middle ground where sort of crypto can work with governments can work with crypto. We find a path where it's suitable for the users, it's friendly for the users, technology that everyone wants to use, and it helps us democratize our finances. And that's how I see crypto in the future. Of course, there's multiple other applications that it can go for, but this is the main one now, I believe, that should be.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time, Alex.
Thank you very much.